Hello everyone, I am Casualty, and today we are talking about the 1.03 patch notes for Diablo IV. There were many gameplay fixes, bug fixes, dungeon fixes, local co-op fixes, quests, UI, all that stuff. There are some really good changes in here, but I don't want to go over all of them because that would be too long. However, I will mention a few of the gameplay adjustments because those are the most important things. I will also mention the balance changes for all classes. So for gameplay adjustments and experience rewards, they significantly increase the experience rewarded for completing Nightmare dungeons. They also significantly increase the experience gained from killing monsters in Nightmare dungeons. Helltide Chest now provides substantially more bonus experience when opened. They significantly increase the rewarded experience from completing individual Whispers across the board, so Whispers are now more effective for leveling 1 through 50, I think, than they were previously. Normally we just have to run dungeons and hopes to get enough experience to level 1 to 50. They also fixed an issue where no experience is rewarded for completing the whole style event that can occur after finishing dungeon objectives. And then for general changes, the Helltide roaming bosses now more consistently drop higher quality loot. Players can now teleport to their Nightmare dungeon directly through the map after you activate your key. And weekly bonus caches from world bosses no longer have a level requirement for opening. Now let's move into some balance changes. We're going to talk with the Barbarian first. So Lunging Strike for Barbarian has base damage increased from 30% to 33%, and its Fury Generator from 9 to 10. Bash, Fury Generator increased from 10 to 11. Enhanced Bash's Fortify increased from 10 to 20%. Frenzy, base damage increased from 20% to 22%. Flay had its base bleeding damage increased from 36% to 40%, Fury Generated from 9 to 10. And Enhanced Flay's Vulnerable Chance increased from 10 to 15%. For Kick, the cooldown was reduced from 17 to 13 seconds. And the base damage dealt to enemies knocked back into terrain increased from 54% to 70%. Charge, Enhanced Charge's base damage dealt to enemies knocked back into terrain increased from 15 to 30%. Leap, Mighty Leap Slow increased from 50 to 70%. Iron Skin, Enhanced Iron Skin's Barrier increased from 10 to 20% of maximum life. Call of the Ancients, the Prime Call of the Ancients bonus attack speed increased from 10 to 20%. Iron Maelstrom, cooldown reduced from 60 to 45 seconds. Prime Iron Maelstrom's bonus critical strike chance increased from 10 to 30%, and Prime Iron Maelstrom bonus critical strike damage increased from 20 to 40%. Bounding Slam, base damage increased from 75 to 112%. And then they increased the base damage, or the flat damage I should say, on certain legendary aspects such as Bull Kathos, Earthquake, Dust Devil, Wind Slasher, Devilish. And then Iron Warrior had a damage reduction increase from 10 to 20% to 15 to 25%. And then they changed some items. Overkill had its damage increase from 16 to 30% to 24 to 38%. Hellhammer had a flat damage increase from 0.3 to 0.5 to 0.6 to 0.8. Now let's move on to my class, the Druid. So first of all, Earth Spike has base damage increased from 16% to 17%, and the Spirit Generated increased from 10 to 11. Fierce Earth Spike Fortify increased from 4 to 8%. Wind Shear base damage increased from 17 to 18%. Spirit Generated increased from 12 to 13. For Claw, which is the ability I use the most, base damage increased from 20 to 22%, Spirit Generated increased from 10 to 11, Wild Claw double attack chance increased from 10 to 15%, and the Fierce Claw base damage increased from 10 to 15%. That means that more poison damage will be applied on those attacks. For Maul, your base damage increased from 20 to 22%, Spirit Generated increased from 14 to 15, Enhanced Maul Fortify increased from 2% to 3%, Lightning Storm, Enhanced Lightning Storm duration increased from 4 to 6 seconds, Primal Lightning Storm's chance to immobilize increased from 8 to 12%. Shred, your third attack base damage increased from 60 to 70%. Enhanced Shred's healing increased from 1 to 2% of maximum life. Raging Shred's base damage increased from 51 to 70%, so this applies more poisoning damage as a base. Primal Shred's bonus critical strike damage increased from 20 to 30%, so you get more critical strike damage out of Primal Shred. Wolf's Companion, cooldown reduced from 14 to 11 seconds, and the Ferocious Wolfpack lucky hit chance increased from 10 to 40%. That's a lot better. Hurricane, base damage increased from 97.5% to 134%. Rabies, base poison damage increased from 53% to 76%, that's way better. Cataclysm, base damage increased from 52 to 64%. Lacerate, base damage increased from 400% to 460%. This used to be 500% in the betas, if I recall. So it's almost back up to beta levels. Petrify, critical strike damage bonus increased from 25 to 30%. Pummel, base damage increased from 140% to 180%. And then Passive, Bestial Rampage, attack speed bonus increased from 20% to 25%. Damage bonus increased from 20 to 30%. Nature's Fury, chance to cast a free spell increased from 20% to 30%. Lupine Ferocity, this is our 6-hit passive for werewolf skills to automatically crit and deal more damage. The damage bonus on that increased damage bonus is now at 70% instead of 60%. For legendary aspects, Runeworker's Conduit, flat damage increase from 1 to 1.4, Mangled, chance increase from 20 to 30% to 30 to 40%. Seismic Shift had its cooldown decreased from 2.5 to 1.5 to 2 to 1 seconds. And the Blood Beast aspect had its damage increased from 60 to 90% to 70 to 100%. Okay, let's move to Necromancers now. So Reap had its base damage increased from 12 to 13%. Acolyte's Reap cooldown between corpses reduced from 5 to 4 seconds. Decompose had its base damage increased from 30% to 33%. Base essence generated per second increased from 7 to 8. Corpses formed frequency increased from 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds. Hemorrhage had its base damage increased from 25% to 27%. Essence generator increased from 8 to 9. Bone Splinters had its base damage increased from 8 to 9%. Essence generator increased from 6 to 7. Sever, initial base damage increased from 63% to 66%. Enhanced Sever's return base damage increased from 25% to 40%. Bloodlance, supernatural Bloodlance overpower requirement reduced from 8 to 6 casts. Bone Prison cooldown reduced from 20 to 18 seconds, and Dreadful Bone Prison's Fortified increased from 5% to 8%. Iron Maiden base damage increased from 10% to 20%, and Horrid Iron Maiden damage bonus increased from 15% to 20%. Corpse Tendrils. Blight's Corpse Tendrils chance to spawn a Blood Orb increased from 30% to 35%. Bone Spikes has base damage increased from 80% to 120%, that's really good. For Ray Skeleton Golem, minions will now always engage targets with a cast curse. Passives, Callan's Edict, damage taken duration requirement reduced from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. Wrathman's Vigor, healthy duration requirement reduced from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. And Spiked Armor, the Thorns bonus was increased from 0.8, 0.16, and 0.24 to 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3. Really good changes there. For legendary aspects, for Necromancer you have Bursting Bone, which had its flat damage increased from 0.022 to 0.03 to now 0.045 to 0.06. Flesh Rending had its essence gain increased from 10 to 20 to 20 to 40. And Fast Blood ultimate cooldown reduction increased from 0.5 to 1 to 1 to 1.5 seconds. Okay, so now we move on to the Rogue. First, let's take a look at their skills. Invigorating Strike got changed, base damage increased from 23 to 25%. Blade Shift, base damage increased from 15 to 16%. Heartseeker, base damage increased from 22 to 24%. Primary Heartseeker damage increased from 30% to 75%. Forceful Air, base damage increased from 20% to 22%. Barrage, base damage increased from 20% to 22%. Caltrops, Methodical Caltrops chill increased from 20% to 25%. Smoke Grenade, cooldown reduced from 15 to 13 seconds. Rain of Arrows, cooldown reduced from 60 to 55 seconds. Prime Rain of Arrows and Imbuement potency increased from 20% to 30%. And Volley, base damage increased from 70% to 105%. Now for the passives, Close Quarters Combat, damage bonus increased from 20% to 30%. Legendary aspects, Escape Artist, cooldown reduced from 100 to 45 seconds instead. And Umbrus, lucky hit chance to gain a Dark Shroud increased from 30% to 50% to 40% to 60%. And then the final change for items, Eyes in the Dark, increased Death Trap cooldown reduced from 30% to 15% is now 20% to 15%, so this is less of a detriment. And finally we move on to the Sorcerer with their skills. We're going to talk about Spark first. Spark had its base damage increased from 8 to 10%. Enhanced Spark damage increased from 5.6% to 7%. Flickering Spark chance increased from 3% to 4%. Frostbolt had its base damage increased from 35% to 38%. Firebolt had its burning damage increased from 40% to 44%. Charge Bolt had its base damage increased from 28% to 30%. Incinerate had its base damage increased from 49% to 54%. And had its enhanced Incinerate damage increased from 15% to 25%. And then on top of that, Greater Incinerate Immobilize requirement reduced from 4 seconds to 3 seconds. Fireball mana cost decreased from 40 to 35. Frozen Orb initial base damage increased from 32% to 36%. The Explosion base damage increased from 29% to 34%. And the Greater Frozen Orb chance to apply Vulnerable increased from 25% to 30%. And then for Blizzard, base damage increased from 120% to 130%. Ice Blade's chance to apply Vulnerable increased from 30% to 40%. Lightning Spear, Lightning Spear's maximum damage bonus increased from 100% to 160%. Crackling Energy, base damage increased from 15 to 20%. Freezing Wake, damage increased from 60% to 110%. And then finally we move into legendary aspects and items. For legendary aspects, we have Abundant Energy, chance to chain to additional enemy increase from 20% to 30%, now to 30% to 40%. Singed Extremity, slow mount increased from 25 to 35% to 40 to 60%. Incendiary had its chance to restore mana increase from 5 to 10% to 12 to 17%. Snow Guard's damage reduction increased from 10% to 15%, now to 20 to 25%. Concentration had its mana regeneration increase from 10% to 20% to 20 to 30%. And finally for items for the Sorcerer, Flame Scar had its flat damage increase from 0.1 to 0.2 to 0.2 to 0.3 instead. Staff of Lam Ezen had its damage reduction reduced from 40 to 30% to 35 to 25%. And that was all the changes that are most remarkable. This is a really good, kicking off point and a lot of good quality of life changes for the game. I'm happy to see where they go from here. I'm going to be returning to the game and probably grinding out some more stuff and trying to get some of the stuff done to get it tier 4. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and be sure to check out that Druid build. This build has become even better now with these buffs to the different abilities and poison effects on different items. Rabies, Lupine Ferocity, Claw, and Shred were all buffed. So be sure to check that build out. Anyway, have a wonderful day, everybody.